Hi, I'm Marcia Nathai-Balkissoon. Welcome to the first podcast in my how-to series about popular continual improvement tools. This screencast will teach you how to create a cause and effect diagram. By the end of this podcast, you will be able to identify the three names by which we refer to a cause and effect diagram. You'll also be able to do your own cause and effect analysis and use the outcomes from that analysis in order to drive continual improvement. More and more around the world, we are hearing about incidences of flooding plaguing our community, locally, regionally, and internationally. Communities are plunged into chaos. Disease spreads. Traffic piles up even more. Business productivity declines. And stress just mounts and mounts. One route to solving our problem, including problems related to flooding, is to perform a cause and effect analysis. First, let's chat a little about cause and effect diagrams. Cause and effect diagrams became popularly used back in the 1960s through the efforts of a Japanese quality management leader by the name of Dr. Kaoru Ishikawa. Because of this, cause and effect diagrams are also called Ishikawa diagrams. There's a third name, but I want you to see if you can figure out that name for yourself. Let's look at the parts of a cause and effect diagram. The first part is the effect. Often this effect is a problem. On the other side of the page, we draw an arrow, and this indicates a causality. So all of the causes of the effect or causes of the problem are labeled radiating in to the long spine. We show the groups of causes along arrows radiating toward the spine. Any theme may be used to organize or group causes, but you may find it useful to use the 5 M's. I prefer to use 6 M's, and I'll point these out to you in a future slide. Now, take a look at the shape of the cause and effect framework. Do you think it looks like a skeleton? What type of skeleton? How about now? Can you tell? Yep, it's also called a fishbone diagram. There are 3 steps to creating your fishbone diagram. First, you have to come up with your possible causes. You can list causes by identifying data that you can use from real life or empirical stores, or you can brainstorm causes. Once you have a list of potential causes, you have to organize those causes into groups so that more sense can be made of them. I prefer to use the themes identified by the 5 M's, although I've extended this list to 6 M's. My preferred themes are machines, manpower or people, materials, methods, and I include maintenance into that list, Mother Nature or the environment, and management. Once I have the grouped causes, I put them onto an Ishikawa diagram. Let's do that now for the problem of flooding. The first step would be to brainstorm potential causes of flooding. Can you think of a few? See how many you can think of from the list that I'm going to put up. This is not an exhaustive list, but it is quite a long one. Flooding can be caused by bad practices such as slash and burn, wash down from farms into rivers. It can be caused by infrastructure problems. It can be caused by poor maintenance. It can be caused by lack of training, poor planning, global warming and environmental issues, maintenance and material issues, and so on. So you see how many causes can happen. It's very confusing when we look at this long list. And so by theming them, we begin to have something that we can wrap our minds around. The 6 M's help us to do that. Once we have these themed causal groups, we can draw our cause and effect diagram for flooding. We begin by writing our effect, which is flooding, on one side of the page, drawing our causal arrow, and then putting each of the themed causal groups in onto the diagram. Management, Mother Nature, methods, machines, materials, and manpower all result in flooding. Is this the end of our process? Well, it's the end of your creation of your cause and effect diagram. But remember that your cause and effect diagram is only one tool on the way to finding out how to improve your situation. So you must use the information that this diagram presents to you in order to determine how to fix or alleviate your problem. So the first thing you must do is critically look at your cause and effect diagram in order to determine the priorities. You must look at which of the causes are the top priority ones and come up with an action plan for continual improvement. Your action plan should consist of actions to be taken, persons who are responsible for taking the actions, and a deadline by which each should be done. In addition, as somebody who is new to the method, you have to practice in order to get good at creating your cause and effect diagram. Practice makes perfect, as they say. And finally, it's not enough to just know one tool, which is cause and effect analysis. There are a whole host of continual improvement tools. I suggest that you begin by learning the 7 basic quality tools, and you can learn about this by doing a search on the internet, by looking at any quality management text, or by returning to check out more of my podcasts in this series. By now, you should be able to recall several names for the Ishikawa diagram. You should be able to create a cause and effect diagram of your own, and you should be able to use your cause and effect analysis in order to drive continual improvement. It's time for you to practice. I want you to get into groups and work with your group members in order to brainstorm several causes that could cause the effect of poor room service. Based on the fishbone diagram that you put together, identify the priority areas for action and suggest to a manager how he could improve poor room service. After you upload your fishbone diagram, I want you to take a look at the other group's diagrams and plan how else you could improve your diagram. I hope you have enjoyed this podcast and you learn a lot that can help you to improve your personal life as well as your business life. Bye.